Hi, I'm a little bit late, sorry. I'm really excited about this though. I've got butterflies in my tummy because I'm gonna pick a name out of here. There's 35 names in these little bits of paper, and I've folded them all up. I can't see names or anything like that. And yeah, it's gonna be lots of fun. I kind of want to pick more than one, but I think the rules are the rules, and I'm gonna pick one name out of here after talking a little bit. Hello, mummy. Haven't talked to you in ages. I'm alive. Hi, Fran. Hi, Laura. Anthea. Yay, loads of people jumping on. That's exciting. Yeah, so heart retrieval. What is it? What is it? So something I developed this year, and it's emerged through me, and it's powerful, and it's you know, it's like not when you just tinker away trying to invent something. It's like I had to invent it because I was in a state of my heart being bound to another, and just like a wound that wouldn't heal. It was just like stuck. And heart retrieval goes beyond just living from a full heart. It's unchaining the heart, it's unburdening the heart, it's de-armoring the heart, it's expanding the heart. It's so many things. It's really hard to put it into like a few words. I think there's many words for it. Oh, my mum. Thanks, mum. I've missed you too. It's just been a very crazy 10 days for me, and I've finally landed, and I've had a very restful day, reading in the garden and just really landing, so that's nice, which I'm not usually very good at resting, you know, but I did it. So heart retrieval is so many things, and it can be something very different to every single person that has one, because not everyone's heart space, or, you know, relationship space or love space or self-love space is very different. Some people are incredibly grounded in this reality and really want to you know, heal a breakup, or, you know, heal their marriage. And then other people, I've worked with people that are really cosmic and in all the dimensions, and we go on some mad explorations of what the heart threads are doing there. And a heart thread is what I call, it's almost like fibers that come from your heart, or like connections that you create with your heart that attach to other people, places even, probably, maybe even past lives, or, you know, and through ancestry. So basically your heart threads can be attached to other people, and that can cause a humongous amount of problems because in a sense you're connected to someone else's energy, and you don't really know what they're doing when you're not there. So if you're attached to someone through relationship, and maybe the relationship is over, then you probably don't want parts of your heart attached to someone else. Someone actually said to me the other day, like, yeah, but I still love the people I was in love with that I'm not with anymore. And of course you are. And that's a beautiful lesson to have in life, where you realize that all the love that you've ever shared with anybody in your life is still real and is still there. It doesn't have to all end in horrid tears and all that. There were moments where there was love, and that's a beautiful thing to hold on to. But I personally don't think you want your heart threads attached to someone else's heart threads. Certainly and even in relationship, I don't think that's healthy. I think it's really important that we operate from a full, whole heart, really grounded in our own energy, really present with our own boundaries, I think. And so having a heart retrieval is about exploring what your heart threads are doing. Are they attached to someone else? Or are they attached to a pocket of consciousness or a wound from a breakup? You know, like the breakup was traumatic and your body went into shock or of some kind, and then you've kept that kind of wheel turning. Is that where it is? So we're drawing back heart threads from people themselves, which is the most, I would say, debilitating, destructive, or weird. And I speak from experience because I had mine stuck to someone for over a decade, and yeah, it's been completely life-changing. Everything's sort of gone accelerated since then. So pulling back, since I retrieved the heart threads. So pulling back from people, pulling back from the wounds of separation, but also pulling back from the heart threads that might be attached to childhood wounding, or you know, childhood wounding to me is you've maybe felt like you weren't loved at the right time. And maybe you were, but at that time, little you thought, I'm all on my own and that. And that's been stuck as a program, so that you play that wound or that program over and over again. So no one can get close to you if you constantly think you're alone. You know, so it's about doing a heart retrieval is so many things can come out of it. So pulling your heart threads back from pockets of consciousness with childhood wounding that are playing over and over again, that's also super powerful. So much can come out of a heart retrieval because we're exploring with kinesiology. And I am going to explain a bit more about how I've trained to do kinesiology, because it's not just basic clearing. It isn't, and it's not just emotional clearing. There's so much more to creative kinesiology. So I'll get to that in a minute. But we're exploring your individual love stories. So I feel so privileged. It's like the most amazing work. People come with all their love stories. And, you know, life is hard. Love is hard sometimes, I think. Or we haven't got the emotional language or equipment to really thrive in relationships. And I think that's something that's really changing at the moment. We're becoming more responsible. We're becoming more self-aware. We're becoming aware of, you know, projection or boundaries. And so I'm really grateful for being on this surprising tangent in my work. I'm really grateful to be able to hear all these stories. I often say that the work I do, it's like having living libraries come and tell you their story. So when you've told me your love stories, and usually there's 3 or 4 main ones or something like that, you pick, you can name them, we can muscle test, is there any heart threads left here? So it says poor connection, but I'm back. So if someone can just thumbs up that you can hear me and I'm not glitchy, that would be wonderful. So you tell me your love stories, and then we muscle test and get a response from your body. A muscle test is getting a yes and a no from the body. And I can do it over Skype because I'll muscle test over here for you, but I'll surrogate for your energy. So my hand muscles become your muscles, basically. Yay, thanks, Anthea. So then we explore percentages of heart threads with different relationships that you've talked about. And then using the creative kinesiology tools, we have like the whole of the human experience and vast amounts of information that we can tap into to get a full picture of what's going on for you and what you need specifically to retrieve those heart threads from certain people. So it's fascinating. And the feedback I've been getting from people is mind-blowing. I haven't put it all in one place yet, but that's something I'm going to do in the next few weeks. Get all the testimonials in one place so people can see them. But people are feeling a lot lighter around the heart. They're feeling like they can move past certain wounding, that their world expands and that they're seeing things differently, or that they suddenly meet someone, or that their exes call them up out of the blue and say some nice things, like all really beautiful things. And it just really helps you overcome heartbreak, or that feeling that you've armored up and you never want to have a relationship again. That trap, close. It's about opening up. So heart retrieval is beautiful, and I'm so happy to gift one, and I'm excited to do that. And first I'm just going to talk about a little bit more about creative kinesiology. So I've got the resources just to point at them, but creative kinesiology is, I've been studying it for years. It seems like it's gone on forever. It's like at least 3 years of studying now. And so it's based very much on the physical, in that we always refer back to the body. We might do all sorts of energy work and all sorts of very interesting stuff, but we always come back to the physical body. So we bring any shifts and changes that are made, we integrate them with the body, because it's very easy to do energy work, walk off, and then you're like, I feel amazing, and then it doesn't land. So that's what's really beautiful about creative kinesiology, that we are, or CK for short, we always come back to the body. And we do that by, we've learned the whole meridian thing and all the muscles that correspond to meridians. So we're looking at the 5 elements, the Chinese 5 elements. We're looking at all the, hi Rob, hi Helen, hi Pooja. We're looking at all the meridians in the body, and we're muscle testing. So this is like the most basic, boring bit in a way. Well, you know, we can look at the 5 elements. We're looking at all the meridians. We're looking at all the muscles that correspond. And if something's switched off, there's a load of very physical things we can do to bring it back into balance or to switch it back on. So say you have an ancestral pattern of victim consciousness in relationships, and that's come up. So often there's a lot of work to do before we even do the heart retrieval bit. There's like all this stuff comes up that needs to be addressed first. So we're looking at this victim consciousness that's been in the father line for 20 generations or something. And we might find that it completely switches off the heart meridian. And it has consistently, when that thing comes up, the heart meridian is switching off. So we have loads of ways of switching it on. So we use like the acupressure touch. It's Touch for Health, so any kinesiologist will be aware of this book, I think. But what makes us creative and not just bog standard kinesiology is that we're recognised by I think it's like the British Foundation of Alternative or Complementary Therapies or something like that. So we're not just Kinesiology Foundation, we're actually recognised by Complementary Therapies of Britain, because we actually have like hundreds of different balances, so tools that we can go to when something comes up, and they come from all sorts of different modalities. So there's even like craniosacral stuff, and there's we can look at the cell and the structure of the cell, and if there's something affecting it. We can look at the brain and reintegration of the brain. We look at all sorts of ancestral, there's ancestral bloodline, ancestral past lives, ancestral spiritual lineages. We look at the aura, we look at things like 5 elements stuff, we look at miasms, which comes from homeopathy, which is like holding patterns in the energy on the cells that's been, that's causing a big imbalance. And if it's not treated, it can go into disease or illness. We look at the nervous system, we look at breathing, we look at reactive muscles, you know, when something is like over energized and overworking. We look at how your willpower is working. We're looking at how the water in your body is working. So there's like and that's just some of the things. There's like all these pages. My book's falling apart because I use it so much. There's so many balances from different things. So it's not just emotional clearing. We might be, you know, bringing in information that you've not allowed to land in your system and that's been waiting for you to open up to. And the other thing that's really magic about creative kinesiology is this manual of files. And this is just amazing. It's like hundreds of pages. It's like the entire human experience, the human spectrum is in this thing. And your body will say, oh, we need we need this page, and we need number 15. So each page is like that, and it's fat. And so that is like a wealth of information that your body can go, right, this is what I need you to know. This is what's going on. This is what I need to fix it. So it's like a whole science. And we've learned so much stuff, not just how to do these balances, but how to how to help people drop into their body, how to help people face when something's coming up, how to help people bring in gifts that they're not using yet, how to help them build better boundaries. We've learned how to do trauma release. We've looked at nutrition and cell vitality and just so much stuff, and it's really vigorous. We've done hundreds and hundreds of hours of case studies and of practice hours that we have to show. You know, it's just mega. It's been mega, but amazing. So that's what I've created Heart Retrieval, and I've created a whole protocol, and I use creative kinesiology tools to work with it. But it's kind of my like Heart Retrieval is like me freestyling. And I guess that leads us to who the winner is. Who is the winner? Okay, who is like in most need of a heart retrieval? This person. Ooh. Portia Lesh. I don't even know who she is. I'm gonna have to find her. I have a feeling that she was the one that was in a group that I posted in. So I don't even think we're friends. Oh man. Well, if I can't find Portia Lesh, I will pick another one another day. But yeah, so that is my competition. And there was 35 people that shared, and I'm so grateful for you guys doing that. It's been really beautiful to hear some of the things you've been saying, and also Bryony saying really beautiful things. And Katya, oh cool. Thanks everyone for watching and for sharing. And just a few little things that are coming up is the Aura Media course is on the 18th of September to the 23rd. And we have 3 people signed up, and we need 1 or 2 more to make it happen. And I've got my fingers crossed that there's 2 people arriving into the sphere, because we need more aura mediators in Britain, and it's amazing work to do. And so please do get in touch if you're interested. There's all sorts of videos and information out there. And Johanna Sari comes from Finland to instruct, so we're kind of, I'm there learning from Johanna, but I also put my bit into, you know, I'm like co-facilitating it in a way. And it's very exciting work. So do get in touch, and I'll be happy to have a chat with you about it. But yeah, I'm going to find Portia Lesh, and if I can't, I'll pick another name. Lots of love.